Okay, buckle up, folks, because today we are diving headfirst into the deep end of the internet weird.
Oh, is that right?
You know how much I love to unpack a good internet mystery, and this one, let me tell you,
This one takes the cake.
this one is a DOZY. We're talking about a YouTube transcript so wild, so weirdly threatening, that I just knew you had to be the one to help me break it down.
Well, let's hear it. What kind of bizarre rabbit hole are we jumping down today?
You know, I'm actually going to start by reading the thing verbatim.
Okay, lay it on me.
Just to give you a sense of like the raw, unfiltered energy we're dealing with here.
All right, let's have it. Hit me.
And, you know, full disclaimer, the grammar's a little rough around the edges, but honestly, that's kind of part of the charm.
All part of the charm. Let's
Yeah.
see it.
All right, quote. If you ever come across an L5 alive, yeah, what you want to do, solid punch, everything you've got behind it, taken right out the game, no more 5-5s. Yeah, if you're still standing with that, that's out after that punch, just throw a flurry. Combinations put is Jord in the sling. Tell them it's going to look funny eating corn on the sea with M. Our nuck nostel will be on the floor when he wakes up. You'll have a new religion. Yeah, so again, the L5 live punch, straight in, right through those must. He's a kid, thank you.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there, even for the wild world of YouTube comments.
It's a lot to unpack, right? So for our listeners who might not be fluent in whatever it was.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you break down what we're actually looking at here?
Absolutely. So first off, you'll notice it sounds like fight advice,
Yeah.
like some kind of like street fighting tutorial. But the language is so specific, almost like a code.
Yeah, it's like aggressively cryptic.
Exactly. And that's where understanding the context is key.
Right, so context, hit me.
So the channel this is from, Scouse Sidoff, gives us some clues. Scouse immediately tells us this is from Liverpool, England,
Okay.
home of the Beatles, but also a place with a very distinct dialect, Scouse.
So already this isn't just some random internet tough guy. There's some like regional specificity here.
Oh, absolutely. And Sidoff, well, not an official term, it hints at these online confrontations may be streamed, may be recorded. So we're dealing with a subculture here, likely young men, where this kind of talk has meaning.
So it's like their own little corner of the internet with its own rules and its own language.
Precisely. And within that language, they've developed their own lingo, like L5 alive, that likely refers to the fifth lumbar vertebra in your spine.
So not messing around targeting the spine.
Not at all. This is serious targeted aggression.
Yeah.
But then you get stuff like, and I apologize for this in advance, eating corn on the sea with M, which, well, let's just say it suggests a very specific and humiliating injury involving a dislocated jaw.
It's like they're going for maximum damage, but also like maximum embarrassment.
Exactly. And that's what makes this so interesting. It's not just violence for violence's sake. It's performative. It's about crafting a persona, a reputation in this very specific online space.
So instead of just being like, I'll beat you up, it's this whole elaborate, almost ritualistic description of the beatdown.
It's about shock value, about standing out. And that's pretty common in these online spaces, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. Especially when you think about how these platforms often end up reflecting real-world anxieties, but like amplified, right?
Exactly. In this case, it could be about territoriality, about masculinity, the anxieties young men face. But online, it gets heightened, exaggerated.
It's like the internet gives everyone a mask, right?
A mask, a megaphone. And the language they choose, that becomes part of that mask, a way to project an identity, even if it's an exaggerated one.
It's fascinating, honestly, even if it is a little disturbing, but it does kind of make you wonder, where's the line
Exactly.
between online talk and real-world action?
Right. Is this all just harmless keyboard warrior bravado?
Yeah.
Or is there something darker lurking beneath the surface? That's
Yeah.
the question.
That's always the question, isn't it? And honestly, that's what I keep coming back to. Because even though this transcript might seem bizarre, almost comical,
Yeah.
it reminds us that language online, it isn't just words on a screen. It reflects values, anxieties, desires, and sometimes, you know, even a longing for belonging, however twisted it might seem.
And that's something to think about. Next time you're scrolling through those comment sections, remember, there's always more beneath the surface.
Yeah.
Always more to the story.
Always more to unpack.